Hello, everyone, and welcome to Enlightened Insights. I am this month's host, TarotStache. Thank you for being here. And we have Wisdom Seeker Joan joining us
Hello.
and SunPsychic Jean.
Hi, everybody.
Please do us the favor and subscribe to all of our channels. Links are below, as are ways to contact us if you would like a private reading. Private readings are wonderful because you have more of an opportunity to get deeper understanding of your question. So keep that in mind. And as always, I have to put that up, like and subscribe, because it's free. Some people thought that if you subscribe to a channel just to subscribe, that it costs something, and it doesn't. It's the membership that costs something, but subscribe because it's cool. And as always, this is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance, really. So, how are the two of you?
I'm great. I'm celebrating that my crabapple tree is in bloom, and I'm just having so much joy from it. So, yeah.
I love that. I love that. Today, the amazing SunPsychic Jean is working as an admin and is starring all of your comments. And so while I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this banner up, what I'd like to do is I'd like to have an opportunity to read for people that we have not read for in a while. We are not using the giveaway tool, so I will be looking at the readings that are starred, and we'll be capturing those. So if we've read for you before, if you can hold off, I would appreciate that. And I know you're enthusiastic for being here, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Jean, what's new with you other than clicking backstage really quickly?
This one also lends to, if you haven't ever asked for a reading and you don't know what to ask, you can always just ask for a general reading or an energy reading. Please come on and say hello. And now is your chance to get a reading, because we know we're going to be taking people who may not have had a reading before, or in the recent past. And but it's such a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. And even if you don't have loved ones on the other side or have any burning questions, you can just learn a little bit more about yourself. And when we're able to tap into your energy, it's always for your highest good. We're not reading your mind. We're not going to air your dirty laundry. We're going to see what your soul's vibration, what your true essence is. And it's really like a validation of, I've always thought that, but I just invite people who may not have had, the pull to ask a question, you're invited to just come on and ask for something general. Yeah.
That's well said. That's very well said. So, okay, well, let's look to see where. Please put your, I didn't put it in, put it in caps for us. So, and by the way, Donna is a new member. Hello, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
And so, right. Going around, excuse me, just looking.
I see Joanne. Hi, Joanne. She says, I learned a lot from the readings. Like, she likes to listen and to be a part of the group. And we all feel this like raising of your state of consciousness, and you can feel the energy of all of us coming together. And it enables us to learn from other people's readings as well. That's right. Mm-hmm. Thanks for saying that.
Yes.
Hi, Leona. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, Gillian Mooney, if you could type in your dad's question, that
Jillian, I think
Jillian, sorry. That would be helpful. And
Your dad's name.
Your dad's name, yes. All right, so we're gonna start with K Travel Tarot. Can you say my mother Evelyn, who died in 2013, does she have a message for me?
Okay.
Hi, Kay. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
And Jillian put her dad's name there. I'm going to just star that.
Thank you.
And greetings to everybody coming in.
This is
Thanks
great.
for being here. Mm-hmm.
This is great. Okay.
Mother Evelyn. She seems like you're very similar to her. I'm not sure if you look a lot like her, which I'm sure you do to a certain degree, but you have a lot of her traits, and she's coming through almost like a sister energy to you. So I'm not sure if she was a young mother and you two had a beautiful relationship in your adulthood. But she just wants to let you know that she cherishes the time when you were, you know, a child, and you were during your bringing you up. And also, she cherishes the time that you had together as adults. And that it was the evolution of seeing you grow and seeing almost things that she didn't have a chance to do, things that she didn't have a chance to say, things that she didn't have a chance to express. You're sort of picking up the baton and moving forward for her. So in some ways, she sees a lot of herself in you, in many ways, not just looks, but in you know, disposition or just likes and dislikes or temperament. Let me know if that makes any sense to you, Kay.
She said true. So what you're saying makes sense to her.
Okay. Joan?
Well, Kay, when I tuned in, I saw a picture of a woman who I'm assuming is Evelyn, who's kind of all dressed up as if it's in the early 60s or 50s with a shirtwaist dress and an old-fashioned suitcase and a bouquet of flowers for you. And she's arriving for a visit. She's here for a visit, and she's just going to help you. I don't know if you've ever had like your mom come over and they're going to help you do some spring cleaning or something like that. She's here to just kind of help you get things shipshape, is what she said. I'm not sure what it is that you're dealing with, but then I saw pictures of her like doing the laundry and hanging it on the line and folding things. Like she's going to like taking the extra care that you would do for someone you love and someone special, as opposed to, oh, I've just got to throw this together and get it in the linen cabinet before the next thing happens. She's really excited about helping you just like make hospital corners on the bed to just a little bit of extra help to help your life go a little bit more easily, a little bit more ease and more pleasant. And she wants things just nice for you. So she's just sort of like over your shoulder. And this is all metaphorical. But yeah, she's happy to be there to just kind of help for a period. So she's there with her suitcase and is excited to help. When I drew cards, I got the Meadowlark, who said, smile, you'll soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. So maybe after you get all the housework done or whatever she's helping you with, you can just kind of sit down at night and connect with her. And I also got the Lovers, which isn't always about men and women, but there's just lots of love there for you. And kind of a partnership that she wants to work with you. And I also got that Archangel Azrael, who is all about endings and beginnings. And so this is more about, your relationship together when you were both in the body is over, but this is kind of like a new beginning of your relationship with her. And she's looking forward to working with you that way. I hope that makes sense. Always dressed up. Yes, she looked very stylish.
She gave me her luggage, she said.
Oh, okay.
Well, and what's funny is the message, I mean, I immediately heard giggling. And so I'm wondering if Evelyn is wanting to remind you to have some giggling. And I don't know if there was a time when you and she would just be doing things together and somebody would say something and there was a lot of giggle, and it was, you know, it started out small, but it just continued, it continued. I actually wrote down milk out the nose because you're giggling so hard. And then she actually said, remind about the milk. So there's something about milk, maybe, for entertainment purposes only. Um, but there's just this feeling of a great bit of joy and silliness, along with what things are going on in the world, and what you're doing. She was all about hospital corners for sure. There you go. There you go. I also wonder, was she one who would bounce a coin off of it to make sure that it was tight enough? So, but so all right. And Kay says I need help. So, all right. More people are coming in. It is great to have everyone here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And all right, so Jillian is up next, and father's name is Patty. Any messages from my dad, Patty?
Okay.
And then after that, we're going to do Candy B. I see him shuffling a deck of bridge cards. Did he play cards at all, Jillian? Sort of shuffling them almost. I wouldn't say obsessively, but just shuffling them a lot. And it's like he enjoyed playing cards. I don't know if he was a bridge or euchre player. So if you can let me know that if I'm tapping into the right person.
Yeah, Jillian, just say hello. Let us know you're still here too.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot
Yeah.
about that.
And Candy B, let us know that you're here too. No, but he played them on the computer. Okay. Okay. So go ahead.
Did you want to? He really feels very loyal and dedicated, and patriotic and impassioned. He was one that was like a light worker in his day. I'm not sure if he served any military service, but he was very righteous. He could have even been in the um, law enforcement. Like he was, or like a firefighter. He stuck together. He did what was right. He honored, each other, and really was quite passionate and always instilled this in you. I feel like he's saying that he's saying that the fabric that they laid it at their time is, or that it's like they set down a baton or they laid the groundwork, and it's up to us to pick it up again. And I'm not really getting into this, but he's saying it's up to us to pick it up again, that it's all there, everything we need is there, that this is what all of their work was for, is for us to pick this up and to continue their, I don't know what you would call it, pilgrimage, or their um, their honor, their remembrance, and I know Memorial Day is coming up, but I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, Jillian.
It's beautiful. Jillian, when I tuned in, I saw, I had an image of you as a little girl, and your dad's was bouncing you on his foot, like he crossed his legs, and you were sitting on his foot as you rocked his foot back and forth, like you're, people will do that, like you're riding a pony on, except you're riding on his foot. And he said, and it was just like, and to watch you from that, he liked doing that you guys were close and did that. And then to see you grow up into this wonderful person, he said, it's been an honor and a joy to be your father. And then I saw him, I don't know if he was into golf or if he's just showing me this as an idea, but I'm seeing him almost like a cartoon guy with a plaid tam on, and he's got, the knickers and the old-fashioned golf outfit. So this could mean that he was kind of proper and traditional in the way he approached things, old-fashioned values and that type of thing. But then he got down, and it's like they're on the putting green, and he has the golf club down, and he's sighting down the golf club to make sure it's the accurate line for taking the putt. So he's going to a lot of trouble to do that. And the idea came to me that he's helping you do that. He's helping you like kind of look around corners and see all the angles. So if you have a decision that's coming up, or if things are confusing, ask him to come in and help. And he wants to help you focus on the best possible outcome. To help you find your way. So he's very traditional. Okay. So yeah, and he wants to help in, any way, but especially for evaluating options where you can just get overwhelmed and just like give up or something like that. He's going to help you find your way through. So thank you.
I love that, because as this unfolded, it makes perfect sense that he is someone who understands risk per se with insurance. And he was a person of his word. If he said he would do something, he would absolutely do it. So he was a trustworthy person. And I think that's really powerful. I would also say that he's wanting to help you. And it feels like very much like he's wanting to point you in directions that will be helpful for you. It's funny because I do see him on the golf course with the putter and doing those very careful measurements.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't always do the easiest way. He would do the best way, if that makes any sense. Yes, he would. Very true. So thank you, Jillian. Wow. So, all right.
And she said that the military firefighter kind of energy didn't sound like her dad because he was in insurance, but perhaps, I don't know if it was a grandfather or somebody else over there that was coming through so passionate for me, that they were quite strong. So it could be somebody else over there. But thank you, Jillian. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Candy B would like to have a message from her spirit guides, and Cat W is next. So Cat W, please let us know that you're here. So. Please.
You have a dog. I see like a boxer kind of dog. It looks like one, a square-faced, taller dog, maybe gray or brownish gray. On the other side, it's the first thing I saw. And they're telling me you already are in touch with your spirit guides and angels. There's a lot of them here. You have a whole you have a team, and that I feel like you do connect with them on a daily basis. I know that, or they're telling me that you pray and that you talk to them, and that you maybe even pull oracle cards or you do meditation, but I'm not sure. They do connect with you, and you're like, is that just my imagination? And if you feel like it's your imagination, it's them. So that's them coming through to you. And try not to work on developing mm, a, a little bit of validation for yourself with confidence. Get acquainted with your pendulum here, and work with it and work with it and work with it so that you can get validation, and you can ask for validation. Say, show me something that'll make me laugh today, if what I believe that I'm hearing or seeing or feeling is really you. Like, validate this again. And it may not happen that day, may not happen that week, but when you least expect it, when it's totally out of your mind, something will pop up and you're like, oh, I know that's my spirit guides. So they want you to work with them a little more one-on-one. Start and believe in yourself. I know that you do believe and you do converse. I see you like connecting and working with them, but I don't know that you truly honor all of the messages that you think you second guess yourself sometimes.
That's beautiful. Candy, when I tuned in, the first thing I saw was a harp, like a little, those images of a harp you see in cartoons with angels. And it's not, and it was about resonance. And it's more, the thought that I was receiving about this was that everything that you're doing here, about the love and the kindness that you're expressing here, has a resonance on the other side too. So it's like those strings that you pluck them, but you can hear them and it resonates and it makes more than itself. And then other things, like when you tune a piano and things start to resonate together and all of that. I'm not describing this clearly, but so there was the resonance part of it, and it was like, and then I saw like a parade. There were people in togas and riding horses and everything, and throwing rose petals in front of the parade, because this is sort of like Greek and Roman times. So it's this idea of a celebration that you're doing what you're doing, that you're practicing and trying to get in touch, and maybe dealing with past lives or something like that from that time. But there's this feeling of connection between that world and this, and encouragement to continue ahead. In fact, when I pulled a tarot card, I got the Three of Wands, which is, taking action and send out your boats. And just as Jean was saying, send out your requests and ask them to come help you and work with you. Send them out and see what comes back. And you might be surprised by what comes back. And I also got the Peacock from the Feathers deck, saying inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it carefully and ready yourself for rebirth. So I feel like this is a really good time for planting seeds and for eventually reaping a lot of spiritual growth and connection, just like Jean was saying.
Mm-hmm. I also think, Candy B, one of them, I mean, you're getting great advice from these two. And part of what can happen is, yes, I'll definitely send out my boats. Part of what can happen, spirit guides are allow things to transform. What you thought before is different than what you think now that you are exploring and you're getting into it. As Jean said, if you think it's your imagination, it's actually them. And that's a bit of a mind flip. You have to do that. It feels very much like right now, they're wanting to help you let go of some disappointments. They're wanting to help you remember to see the good that remains instead of the difficulty and the pain that you're experiencing. And they may be able to help you think through some processes to how to think differently about these things. So that's what I have for you, Candy. So thank you. Okay, so Candy B, we're getting to, as we're not going to get to all of these amazing readings. We're going to do as many as we can. So thank you, Candy B. And then I did say Cat W. Let me find your question, Cat. Would also love a general reading. She is new to this. And then Divine Universe, let us know you're here. So Cat W would love a general reading, general message. Oh, and Candy said, so I'm trying to heal and forgive my past self. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You can drop the word trying if you're already doing that. Just your intention is making a huge difference there, Candy B.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, that's
It's all
great.
your angel teams that I saw around you too. They're all there.
And are
So
they?
divine. Oh,
Oh, are they flapping their wings? Really? That Candy is starting to hear it. I just got this sense of all of these wings flapping when you said the angel team. It's like they're celebrating it, and boy, that energy is really uplifting. It's like, dang. So
they hear your prayers too, Candy
Yeah.
B.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Hmm.
All right.
And Divine Universe is here, just so you know.
Yes, thank
Okay.
you. All right. Well, Cat W, welcome. I think it's wonderful that you're here. Just a general message. There's a lot of opportunities for there's a lot of things coming your way that are different than what you usually see things. You're feeling a sense of boy, it's different than how I thought it was. And I don't know if this is a spiritual thing. Actually, I think it's a spiritual thing. But you're getting excited about that. There's a sense of wonder and excitement. It's like, ooh, and you're willing to get out there and to have a bit of to follow that intuition and that spirit and where that's going to lead you. I think that's wonderful. I'm getting a clear indication if you are not keeping a journal, it might be a good idea to start doing that and just to take some notes about what you were consciously working on and what showed up. Because here in some time in the future, you might go, wait a minute, was that what happened? Because our memory can change a little bit. But there's also, when you write things, writing is a beautiful way to help to manifest more of that connection. But because I got a lot of exciting and interesting, um, sort of, it's like a sense of wonder of what's going on, and that is quite beautiful. Cat W, quite beautiful.
That's
So
gorgeous. Kat, when I tuned in, my heart chakra lit up, but it was almost like uh, it was a little painful, like someone's hurt your heart, and not in a horrible, horrible way, but it's more like someone said something that just sort of was a unconscious slight, and it hurt your heart. And then I felt my throat chakra light up, and maybe in that journal that Gerald was suggesting that you keep, maybe do some writing about this. If someone has made you feel less than, uh, use that to kind of work that out, um, so that if there's an opportunity, you can figure out a way to tell this person, that really hurt my feelings, and I just don't accept that, and I would, however you want to figure out how to handle that, but it's something that needs to be kind of released so that you can move on with 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 grace and peace is the way it just came to me to say it. But yeah, so maybe the journal will be helpful for that, or else even just looking in the mirror and doing some mirror work and saying how much you love yourself and that you're just fine the way you are and all of that. And then also maybe practicing different ways if you do need to speak to someone to kind of establish your boundaries or whatever, just to practice that in the mirror. And overall, when I pulled a card for you, I got the Archangel of Mercy saying, cherish your sacredness. And yes, be forgiving if somebody just said something offhanded and didn't really mean it with malice, but cherish your sacredness in a big enough way to say, I know you didn't mean it this way, but that really hurt. So anyhow, that's what I got.
So, Kat, thanks for coming and asking your question. I feel as though you've been seeing signs, synchronicities. You've had knowings. You've had sort of things happen that were coincidences that really are not, that you just can't explain. I feel as though you are attracted to the certainty and the passion or the compassion that is displayed here on these types of reading shows. And you're asking yourself what the meaning of life is. What is this all there is? And you said there's got to be something better than this. Like what do they have that I don't have? What do they know that I don't know? Why is it that they have such hope, such trust and compassion? And I'm searching for this in my life, and I feel like you're beating your head against the wall. I don't know if you say that, and nothing is happening, nothing is changing, and you're looking for a way out. And it's not for not trying. I know that you pay your bills, you get your car serviced, you clean up the dishes at night. You're a doer. You do everything that there is, and there's still not enough fulfillment coming back, and you're feeling empty, and you're feeling like sort of guided to something else. There's got to be something else, and those signs and synchronicities are your clues. And I think that you know this, you feel this, and you sort of dip in and then you dip out, and you dip in and then you dip out, because it's hard to navigate both worlds sometimes. And so I feel like this is almost like a calling, and you may want to begin gently with healing or Reiki or even oracle cards, and start building your knowledge base that way. But I do feel as though you're answering the call. You feel this in your heart. Oh my gosh, I've been working on letting go of a lot of hurt. Good. Okay. Well, not good, but good, Joan. Joan got that. And I do feel as though that you're looking for a new way of existing. And yeah, good for you.
Yeah. I would also add to that, based upon what these two powerful readings have said, as you are moving on your journey and you're finding these things out, some more stuff will come to light, and stay true to yourself and keep working one step at a time. Lots of small steps get you to where you're going, and slow and steady is a really wonderful way to actually engage with this, because then you, if you're like me, if you try to do it fast and furious, you might not learn everything as deeply. And trust me, I've had to have opportunities to learn at a deeper level. How's that? It's like, so, all right. Thank you, Cat W. And so Divine Universe, and then Donna Lynn will be next. So Divine Universe, hold on. Here we go. Is there anything for me today from my spirit guides, please and thank you? Well, I'm gonna hit right out of the gate, because part of what they're saying is you already know what it is that you need to do. And I'm saying this with a full heart, because I've done this myself. Stop thinking about the way things were, and start understanding the way things are currently, because you have great opportunity to really do something new. There's a lot of energy that is building up for you, Divine Universe, and it's energy that is to propel you forward instead of holding you back. and that propelling you forward. I pulled a card and I got the star card. And anytime I have the star card, this for me is the universe is conspiring for your success. They want you to be successful. So um, currently, really focus on the now, the here and now, and what you're experiencing, because this is what you want to have. This is what they want you to be in, because when you're in that present moment, it's going to help propel you forward, and really deepen your understanding of the here and now. So that's what I have.
Beautiful. Divine Universe, when I tuned into you, I got this feeling of a really full heart, a really appreciative heart. And the advice was find a way, like especially in nature, if you after you're going out in nature this time of year, there's something beautiful in bloom, or just something that you see that you can just 100% let the beauty of it kind of light you up, and then feel that vibration, and then sort of pivot. You're taking all that in, and you're giving all this appreciation out, and then pivot and put that kind of love and appreciation onto an area of your life that's challenging. It's like kind of soaking up the beauty of nature and then projecting it out on the pile of garbage or something that's metaphorically a part of all of our lives, and seeing if you can have an effect on it, rather than if you just kind of look around and, oh gosh, here's my life and everything's a mess. This is a way to kind of deal with it by just starting somewhere high vibe and then bringing that vibe to the situation. I hope that makes some sort of sense. And then that will help level up the opportunities that you have to come up with strategies for dealing with, the garbage pile or whatever it is. And from the cards I think this might have something to do with money or abundance in whatever form, because I got the King of Pentacles. And so there's someone who is the king of fruitfulness and abundance who's going to kind of be helping you behind the scenes with this, to help in this transformation, just the way the grapes grow and on their own, that this kind of vibration will set in play other things that will naturally grow and prosper. And also the pelican, who's saying follow the path of forgiveness and raise your vibration. So forgiveness and that attitude of high vibrational joy that you can get from nature together are going to be helpful to you. I hope that made some sense. How about you?
Yes, absolutely, Joan. Beautiful, beautifully said. And I was right there with you. And what I was hearing for you, Miss Divine Universe, is that there's some unlearning and that balance that Joan is talking about. Unlearning some of these things that we've been told or conditioned or expectations in the past, and to resonate with the vibration that is at your I guess it would be your bliss, or whatever it is that you feel, the higher vibration. They're saying to meditate and set intentions and to teach. There's teaching involved with you. And through teaching, you will relearn what you've learned. And it's relearning this experience of who your true divine nature is. And they want you to set your intentions to honor yourself and the role that you're here to express and to experience. The role that you're here to experience, they want you to honor this and to make sure that you're setting intentions. And I love that angel image in your icon there. That's so beautiful. And I know that you are in touch. I know that you resonate, but it's really hard because we're pulled in both worlds and trying to find that balance. But I know you can do it.
Yes, because the universe wants you to be successful. They're very excited for you. So, and Divine Universe said, thank you so much. Yes, but it feels like I'm stuck. Yeah, I do think I need to outside to my peaceful place and just be. I love it this time of the year. Oh yeah, yeah. And I often uh, hear in need to teach. Thank you. Took a while after a loved one passed. Yeah. Well, thank you. And Donna Lynn is next. And then Leona, if you're here, Leona, please let me know. And then we're going to end, and I'm going to be able to answer Fun Boy's question about Santa Muerte. So Donna Lynn said, hello, you talented folks. I was wondering if you have a message from my dad who passed away in 1969. Never had a message from before. His name is Raymond.
So, Donna, he's talking about your other father. Did you have a stepfather, or was there somebody? Did your grandfather or uncle step in? He's talking about that he did not, even though he was not, he left early in his lifetime. That there was another father figure that was here for you, and he almost worked through him. Um, he wants to let you know that he loves you and he hasn't missed any part of your life. He has been with you and watching you grow and learn, and all of your lessons, trials, tribulations, challenges. He said he's so very proud of you. Okay, so the
Yep.
stepdad came in when you were 15. I feel like your dad had a real a hand in this occurring. Because he said I wouldn't just he wouldn't leave you fatherless, but he knows that even though you had him, that there's still a missing part in your heart that you feel like you don't know. It's almost like a part of yourself that you don't know. I don't know if your mom was able to tell you a whole lot, or if there was a whole lot of history about your dad, but there's some missing information that you would like to know. And even just knowing your own father as an adult and learning who he is and what he's all about is something that is so beneficial. But he wants you to know that he's been with you. I think you have kids. He's saying he was there when you had your kids and the grandkids, and he's able to share in the moments of your life that were filled with joy. And he said that he's just saying that he's so very proud of you. He's saying thank you for honoring him. I feel like you do still have like his picture out, or a little place of special mementos.
Mm-hmm.
And he just wants to let you know that he hasn't missed anything. So I'm just going to stop there. Thank you.
Yeah. And she did say her mom shut down and she didn't know a lot about him.
Wow.
So,
well, Donna, when I tuned in, I saw your dad as like an ice skater, and he's skating on the ice, and bringing my attention to, like, sometimes on perfect days, the ice is clear and you can see underneath it as you're skating. It's like you can see the fish and everything else. And he said that's what it's been like. You haven't seen me or felt me much, but I've been there, and I've been watching and kind of following you. But then he kept on with this whole metaphor about ice skating and said, but I know that it's been like skating upriver, and it's been hard on you not to have me there. And he showed me, or I pulled this, the 10 of Wands. which is, it's kind of a burden. It's been a burden for you. But then just like there's new growth on all of these wands, and it's about taking action, it's made you more empathetic and a deeper, emotionally more deep person because you were a figure skater when you were young.
Boom.
Okay. That's I don't know. I think he was there because I didn't see you. I saw him as the skater. And it was like skating upriver. And to me, skating upriver, because that's where I skated when I was a kid, like this big part of the pond was cleared, but he's showed me that it was like skating upriver. Like when I went under the bridge, then it wasn't plowed and you'd have to go through and you couldn't see under the ice and it was more dangerous and rocky. So he was saying, yeah, I know I kind of left you with rough ice and all of that, but you've transformed that into something that's given you inner strength and emotional depth that's allowed you to be successful for yourself, but be empathetic and help others. And now it's time to step into abundance and experience the overflow and the joy. And he's right there and saying, good job, girl. You've done it all. And he's so proud of you. Oh, I'm just getting chills that he wants every blessing for you. So he's definitely there for you. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Leona's a skating coach. Cool. Well, that was fun. Thank you.
And Donna, to be honest with you, I had him around a little bit, whispering some stuff, and he Raymond just said, "They got it. I'm gone," and so he just sort of popped out. So there you go. I mean, that's really, really powerful, and thank you, Joan. So amazing. And we did see that she has three pictures of him on her nightstand. So
Nice.
that's
Beautiful. Mm-hmm.
That's great. So okay, so we have Leona. Well, where did it go? Here we go. General message for Leona. And Fun Boy, I don't see you around, so I'm not going to answer your question. So if I cross your mind with general message, Leona, I think part of why I'm being drawn to you is you're having a lot of it feels very much like you're dealing with, what's that game where they had cups and they put something in the cups and they moved it around? It feels very much like this is what's going on for you. So the general message for entertainment purposes only is to slow down and to check your facts and to make sure that you have all of the information, and there's no reason that you can't get a second or a third opinion. And actually, there's like, get up and walk around to the other side of the desk so that you have that understanding. So the shell game, yes, thank you. Because there are, I'm shouting, so it's like there is more opportunity for you to help and to receive help than you're recognizing. So do recognize that you're not here by yourself. You're not doing this on your own. There are more, there's people helping you. Let them help, appreciate it, and then help someone else. So all right, that's what I have for you, Leona. I hope that makes some sense. Oh, she said truth. Good.
Wonderful. Okay. Leona, when I tuned in, once again, it was my heart and throat chakra that were lighting up. And in this time around, it feels like there's some heartache, and it needs to start with you speaking with love to yourself. And then I was drawing cards, and I got the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in terms of love, but it starts with loving yourself. And I feel like you might be doing negative self-talk. when you recognize that it's happening, just say stop and think about anything else. Think about a butterfly. Think about just anything until you kind of shift gears and then say something kind about yourself and trust your intuition. I got the owl feather. Intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. And your inner guides and wisdom know that you're a beautiful being who needs to be kind to herself. And I think these are lessons that are going to help you, as the Archangel Raziel says, learn, change, and grow. But it's the inside out job. Start with being kind to yourself and loving yourself, and then you can radiate that out to the world, even the world that's not always very kind.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Jean?
I agree, Joan. I was getting the exact same thing that you said to Leona. And I feel, Leona, you're very tough on yourself, and you are in a there's happiness in your life that you are not taking advantage of, or you are not paying attention to, because the difficult things are taking up all of your attention. And they're saying that we can brute as long as we want. It's not going to change things. So why not look at the bright side and focus on the things that bring us energy, that serve our energy, that feed our soul, that works for us. And it's important to take these challenges in small bites, in small bits, and deal with them, and then put them back up on the shelf, and um, and save them for a different day. But it's not necessary to I feel like there's like a rumination, or a sort of like a habit that you have, that is like, if I don't know, like let's say you have a delivery, and they don't give you the right order that you ordered, and you would say, figures, it always happens to me. And it's not, it doesn't always happen to you, but you sort of have that little bit of a down on yourself, and it just happens, and people make mistakes. But you look at it as something that you're energizing, or creating, or causing, but it's not. And there's a lot of beautiful things, and there's a beautiful explanation that somebody could have just made a mistake, and it would have been not as heavy for you to carry. But you don't realize some of those things that you say to yourself really do make a difference in your energetic quality, in your energy, in your ability to live in an uplifting energy. So be real careful with your self-talk. Be careful with blame, or going over and over something that isn't right. Somebody parked in a handicap spot and they didn't have a hand. It's okay. Sometimes it's not your battle. Sometimes it's just what it is. And it's really it's focus on the beautiful, happy. You have a lot to be grateful for. You have a lot to be happy about. You have a lot of things that are inspiring in your surroundings, and please do focus on these things, and be creative, and put your mind on the things that will serve you, and not on the things that don't serve you. I hope that makes sense. I hope I wasn't too tough on you there, Leona.
Everything the both of you were saying was resonating with what I was connected with for Leona. So, and I'm diagnosed with CPTSD, and I have a difficult time knowing how to mediate my emotions. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of us do right now, just because there's so much chaos in the world. And I had to give myself that same talking to a while ago. And one thing that helped, I just found a mantra, and I had to say it to myself for 4 miles of walking to get myself to kind of out of the rut and into the next thing. And if it helps anybody, what I found was, I am whole, I am well, I am love, I am grateful. And you don't have to be specific or anything. I heard somebody else do it partly like that, but just find a couple of simple words that you can just say over again until you can make the shift.
yes. And Leona, I'm glad to hear that you're getting some help for that, This is a challenging thing. And let me tell you, the people who are the strongest and the wisest are the ones that know when they need to ask for help, and then they're willing to show up when it gets challenging. So kudos to you. Kudos to you. So, all right. Funboy had a question, and I am happy to answer this, but if either of the two of you want to get some insight, how will things go if I try to work with Santa Muerte? I'm answering this because I have a working relationship with Santa Muerte, and very loudly and clearly.
Can you just give us is it a god, goddess, or deck? I
Santa
don't know what
Muerte
this.
she is a goddess, and she's
Mm,
oftentimes associated with death, but she's
mm,
also associated with transformation.
mm-hmm,
Oftentimes you'll see her like she is pregnant,
mm-hmm,
oftentimes depicted.
mm-hmm.
In tarot cards, she is oftentimes death, because from death comes rebirth. So, okay, so Fun Boy, she's working really hard. First of all, you're not going to try to work with her. You either are going to work with her or you are not. Do not kid yourself and do not waste her time. She does not suffer fools lightly. And if you want to work with her, do so, I recommend, slowly and respectfully, because this is going to be a key thing. Slowly and respectfully. Do some research, and make sure that you have multiple bits of information, because your experience with Santa Muerte may be different than mine. And that's okay, because she is able to be many things to many people. And what's really amazing is when you start, she is going to be asking you to change the way that you are thinking about yourself. She's working up here, because up here needs to be lined up with here. And right now, it feels very much like, first off, you've got to adjust the way you're thinking so that it can link to the heart. There's almost nothing I haven't read. Yes, many books. Good. And then, because she's really wanting to make sure that you are lined up. And again, go slow and steady. Don't try to go too quickly. I mean, she'll meet you where you are. So,
Well, that sort of reminds me of a saying that I've read recently, and it said, "What is the opposite of death?" Does anybody know what the opposite of death is? Or the opposite? Yeah, it. I think I said it wrong, but the opposite of death is not life, because the opposite of death is birth, and there is always life. It's I think I said that wrong, but life continues on. There is birth and there is death, but there is always life. The life continues before and after birth and before and after
mhm.
death. So the goddess of death is. I love that you included that she is the goddess of transformation, and it is the rebirth, and it is the opportunity of change and transformation of oneself, and it has many different meanings.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I just saw you climbing up a ladder, like a really steep, not a ladder that goes like this, but just a single set of straight up ladder. So it's like just going up vertically, step by step, and then getting to a platform of understanding and in communication with her. So it's going to be a great period of learning and then kind of getting to a different level. But I also pulled a chickadee card, or the bird card is the chickadee card, saying that the time is right to release old patterns and energies. You're ready to embrace change. So this might be a good thing to try something a little different. And and don't be fearful going into it.
Yeah. And we did get advice from Pamela, who said, such great advice, Gerald. We don't choose guides or deities. They choose to us, and we have to be open-hearted to receive. I think that's something that's important, because it's our personal experiences with our guides, with our deities. Those are really powerful things. So, all right. Thank you. That was great. Anybody have shows they would like to mention? So
I'm looking. I don't think I have my calendar up.
I've got lots of shows coming up, and in fact, tonight I'm with Linda de Gonzalez Viviani and oil painter Diana Bowles. I am a special guest on Akashic Adventures.
Ooh.
So I'm very, it's an honor and a privilege to be invited to join. So I'm looking forward to that. Like and subscribe to the channel. And so, because I do promote what I've got coming up on my post. So there you go.
I will be with Ginny B at 12:30 Eastern on Saturday, the 10th, and it is already Mother's Day weekend. Can you guys believe that? Wow.
Wow.
It all starts to go so fast now. And the next time I'm on will probably be next week, when Jean and I are on next Tuesday, I believe, at 5:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central, and so on and so on. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you both very much for joining me and providing readings for these great people. All of the links are in the description below. So if you want to contact us, you can reach us. So thank you very much, everyone, and have a delightful rest of your day. Bye.
Bye, everybody.